Sara Batul, and there's a world of headlines to explore, so let's dive in. The United States House of Representatives has passed a $95 billion package, including long-awaited military aid to Ukraine, bolstering Israel and Taiwan's defenses, and threatening to ban Chinese-owned TikTok. The bills were approved with bipartisan support, though Speaker Mike Johnson's future faces uncertainty amid opposition from far-right members. The aid package allocates $13 billion for Israel's defense against Hamas, with Prime Minister Netanyahu praising the support. Additionally, over $9 billion will address humanitarian needs in Gaza and other vulnerable populations worldwide. Following a record-breaking storm in the United Arab Emirates, Emirates and FlyDubai have restored normal flight operations after severe flooding caused chaos. Nearly 400 flights were cancelled, leaving passengers stranded, but services are now back on track. Emirates provided extensive support, offering 12,000 hotel rooms and 250,000 meal vouchers. The impact of the storm was felt beyond flight cancellations, with roads between Dubai and Abu Dhabi still partially underwater. Shifting our focus to South Asia, India's multi-phase election commenced with nearly 1 billion voters casting ballots as Prime Minister Narendra Modi pursues a rare third term. Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party faces off against an alliance of opposition parties promising affirmative action and defending democratic institutions. Despite concern over unemployment and inflation, opinion polls tip the scales in favor of the BJP. Hindu nationalism remains a contentious issue, particularly after the construction of a Hindu temple on a disputed site. Modi aims for a decisive victory, positioning himself for historic re-election. Pakistan's Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb announced an upcoming visit by an IMF team in mid-May to negotiate a new long-term program, aiming for a staff-level agreement by mid-July. He emphasized Pakistan's preference for a $6 to $8 billion loan package and the need for completing CPAC Phase 2 to repay debt. Discussions with key financial institutions like the IMF and World Bank alongside US officials highlight Pakistan's commitment to reforms in taxation, energy and privatization. The minister also discussed potential Saudi investments and addressed concerns from rating agencies regarding external factors, inflation, primary balance, and interest rates. That wraps up our weekend edition of the Must Know Headlines. Until next week, stay connected with Dawn News English.